All right, hello Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascending. I just want to quickly say I apologize for any dirty nails. I'm painting and being very creative. I'm a Cancer ascendant, and solar return is really pushing my creative juices. So thanks for being here. Thanks for liking and subscribing and commenting. I love comments. And thanks for watching. I'll talk a little quickly about the astrology. It took me so long to get this next group up. The astrology has long shifted since I got the original set up. We were in the Capricorn moon, full moon, with the sun in Cancer. We're now sort of headed towards an eclipse. And this read is for Virgo 2018. We've got the eclipse in Cancer coming up next week. So let's have a look and see what the cards have in store for Virgo. All right, I'm going to cut the deck. I've invited in higher level spirits, please, to guide us to clarity and guidance for the Virgo. Nice. We get the Star card in the bottom, and we get the King of Pentacles as a clarifier. All right, let's have a look here. Now, we've got, it looks like the future is weighing heavily on the mind of Virgos. They're very futuristic minded. Now, this is the fourth. Cancer is, we're in the sun of Cancer. We've got the eclipse coming up. We've got sun sign in Cancer. We've got the eclipse coming up in Cancer. So we are looking at a lot of fourth house stuff. There is the Four of Wands. It is the fourth house. And that is hitting in the divine section of my read. And if you want to take a nice look at that card, there's a lot of joy and festivities going on in a very happily abundant home, a happy abundant home. So I shall I shall clearly translate this read for you. All right, so this looks like we got a lot of wands here. We have a major, we got two major arcanas that we're looking at. We've got the Knight of Cups, we've got the Five of Swords in the heart space, and then we have the Ten of Wands in the Three of Pentacles, but we have the Ten of Wands hitting in the head space. So what this tells me is that the Virgo are seeing a new future for themselves, that it may be a vision that mentally is too hard to figure out how it burdens you to figure it out, but the heart space needs it so much, and it has something to do with home, and it's a needed change or shift that needs to happen, and the Virgo is trying to figure out how to make money at it, and how to become financially more abundant, shall we say, or at the top of the game, or Virgo is a sign that likes to organize their finances, and I know a lot of Virgos, they really like to keep their life really in check and organized, and I really love Virgos in my life because they that rubs off on me. So this looks like to me that the Virgo is trying to sort of find, is leaning away from other obligations or other I want to say other endeavors or other projects or other ideas or people that the Virgo worked with, is pulling away and moving towards something that's more heart-centered, home-centered, and more I want to say isolated, but something that it's almost like the Virgo are going home and wanting to sort of find an inner home wisdom with the coziness of home. But this now does involve, and we are in the fourth house in Cancer here, so now we are looking at the Three of Pentacles. So I almost think like Virgo trying to figure out how to work in the home, or a work option that involves the home or the fourth house or construction, but for the future. And so this can be planning coming in, ideas coming in, clarity coming in about a future. And if the Virgo is feeling that this idea is mentally a little burdensome, it is going to be a little burdensome to figure it out, but to keep going. Follow your heart, Virgo, towards this idea. It will lead you home. It will enable you to be independent financially. So in other words, hold hope for this drive or this desire to create an emotionally happy home life, pulling away from other people. So that this doesn't have to necessarily be involving work. It can just be in general. It can be the Virgos pulling away from superficial relationships that aren't heart-based and leaning more towards a deeper home family life of more solitude with home and more sort of an intimate home experience, because this is this is a sort of grounding period for Virgo to sort of deal with ideas or ways in order to provide more finances or to become more financially abundant. But that there's ideas but the cards are saying remain optimistic about it, hold hope for this endeavor, because this is your divinely supported. Working at home is divinely supported, or a work involvement with other people that also involves something in the fourth house, something involving home, construction, home, life, house, environments. So with the two major arcanas is showing me that the Virgo are pulling away from more external experiences and coming in order to have sort of a more self-knowledge, to gain guidance, to sort of increase a higher emotionally stable home living experience that also is financially abundant. And then the outcome is the star. So what I'm saying is that the Virgo is going to sort of solve, I think in this eclipse, or I think in this current astrological weather, the hope is going to be restored for a method of working that is, ideas of how to do this become more independently financially and a homebody to some degree, or involving home. The ideas that have not been coming through or that have been burdening as how this can happen there will be hope given, and you will be guided and shown your way. So keep your desire for this new level of living and this experience of life, because if you do feel the need to go inward, it is in order to find your way home to this financially independent way of working that increases your abundance, that involves home or the fourth house. I hope that's clear. Because these are personal reads, when I do my tarot reads, I really work very much sort of interactively with people. So these reads can be interpreted in several ways, that's just the way it goes. But when I'm talking to someone, they can usually tell me if the read resonates. So I'm going to pull a romance angel card from Doreen Virtue. This card kind of represents a sort of a very high frequency love home environment, a high standard of quality of life. So children, interesting, this is children there. That is really kind of part of it, I think for Virgo is to sort of, I wonder if it's going in the fifth house or something. I should check. But I'm thinking that for Virgo, because we got a lot of wands, and creativity is also the fifth house. So children is also the fifth house. So I'm wondering here if we're not going to see some form of expansion, creative expansion. It can be in the form of children. It can be about children. It can be a stabilization. This is emotional stability, the Knight of Cups. Stabilizing of a home environment for children. Or in order to expand creatively and financially. And children represent expansion, creative expansion. And then I'm going to pull a Doreen Virtue angel answer card, and I'm going to ask this deck if there's any more clarity, or we're going to ask for card to help Virgo gain more clarity from this read, so that you can kind of send us in one more little clue or a little more information about it that will help us understand it even more. So I like to try to shuffle in the screen, in the shot. Oh, that card didn't feel right. I like to let the cards pop out, but sometimes they just don't do that. A year from now. Well, you know what? We've got that future card. This is so interesting. That does resonate for me, because we are looking at a future in a year from now. So it seems to me that Virgo, you're setting the stage here for a much better, higher quality living home life experience involving children, or involving a creative project that will probably bear fruit in a year from now. But it's going to be the stage to set up for a more, I'm going to say, fulfilling home life, that a financial abundance is going to help you. In other words, the goal is to have a better home life and a financial abundance that supports a happy home life, a more fruitful home life with children. And so you're going to be building a sort of a structural new shift, because the fourth house is about structure too. So you're going to be shifting, and what you're going to be doing right now is you're going to go solitude to Claire, to find the way that your mind burdens. So in other words, the ideas and how to get there that burden your mind, you're going to discover through solitude, and it's going to enable you to start your growth towards something that will materialize in its fullest form in a year from now. So I think you're going to have a lot of optimism about this. You're going to feel very, very optimistic about your future. And so that is about all I can say about this read for now. Thank you, Virgo. I hope this read finds you well. Good luck with everything, and good luck during this eclipse season. And stay calm and ride through it, and release anything that seems to be shaking away, and something new and better will be coming through. So thank you for watching. Thanks.